What's up, guys? Welcome back to Now Loading, the weekly show where we give you the latest releases for your favorite platforms. I'm your host, as always, Alex Thompson. And once again, I have with me Christian Mason.
Hello.
And then I also have with me Nate Townsend, aka Bacon. You've seen him before.
What's up?
All right, guys. This week, we are talking about our fear of daylight, our weak stomach for blood, and awesome stories in caves.
Oh.
So let's not waste any time and get right into our key releases of the week of June 19th. So first off, I'm going to talk about my game Dead by Daylight real fast, okay?
Yeah.
It's coming out on June 19th at a midnight release, but technically it's the 20th. Okay. You know, we're midnight release, it's technically the 20th.
Yeah, at that point.
And then it actually came out for Steam last week on the 14th.
Okay.
But this one that we're waiting on is the Xbox One release.
Okay.
There's no date that I've seen for the PlayStation so far. I hope that we're gonna get something. I'm sorry, PlayStation guys. Maybe. But this is gonna be an all multiplayer game. So you're gonna have 4 people who are survivors, and then you're gonna have 1 killer. So this is kind of like throwback to the Friday the 13th game that kind of came out, but this one looks a little better. I'm sorry, I'm a little biased on this. And the object is the survivors have to find generators and start them to open a door to escape the level, basically. And there's a bunch of different areas that you do this in. It's mostly set outside, it looks like. But one of the cool things is there's like items you can pick up, and if you bring it with you carrying out of the level, you can get different bonuses. And that makes me wonder if you can like end up building things or whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can run into bear traps. You can get caught in little different things. I saw one where they kind of did like a throwback to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they put a person on a hook,
Oh, that's
like
fun.
through their back. But the other people, you can choose to help the other people. It's smart to work with your team, but overall, it's kind of like free for all. Make it out that door, you win. And one of the cool things about it real fast that I wanted to mention before we move on to the next game is the killer is in first person, okay? So they just see what's in their peripheral and what's in front of them. The survivors are in third person, so they can actually move the camera around and see around corners and
A little
stuff.
bit more
so
fair.
you have a little more fair. And if you wait until Halloween, there's gonna be a Michael Myers Halloween DLC for it, where you're in the Myers house and you're running from him and everything, and it's got me giddy. I got a little bit of a goosebump just even talking about it.
Spooky.
Yeah, so what do you got for us?
All right, so also June 20th, we have Final Fantasy Realm Reborn expansion Stormblood.
Ooh.
It's gonna be cool. So anybody that's been playing Final Fantasy, you know you've been waiting for something. This is what you've been waiting for. Level cap goes from 60 up to 70, so you can keep going. This is gonna be Windows, Mac, and PS4. The coolest part about this, of course, there's new raids, new dungeons, all that good stuff, but there's 2 new jobs: Red Mage and Samurai.
Samurai.
Interesting.
Samurai.
Okay.
Interesting.
How
choice.
cool is that in a Final Fantasy game?
That's kind of cool.
Samurai.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool though because it's like an MMO, so you get to just run around as a samurai now. Which I know everybody's gonna be like running around on their chocobos, samurai. So I mean, that'd be cool. It's probably gonna get me back into the game because I played it for a while, kind of got out of it, but I think Stormblood's gonna get me back.
Hopefully you can use like a buster sword and be a samurai at the same time.
That'd be so cool.
But that's cool.
Yeah, so it's gonna be great, June 20th, and yeah, looking forward to it.
It's not a new game, it's just add-on.
Just an add-on, but I mean, when it's an MMO, you're always looking for that add-on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, what do you got for us, Christian?
I have another game that's not technically a new game. It's Cave Story Plus, but it's coming to the Switch. Of course, this if you've played the original Cave Story, we've got updated graphics, updated music, and the main thing that sets this apart from the original Cave Story is that it's got a slightly different translation than the original one. So the game will play out a little bit differently, or at least the way you take it in. If you don't know what it is at all, it's a very like retro-inspired platformer. It has some like shooter elements and everything. It's like all pixel art, 16-bit style stuff,
Nice.
the good old days. But yeah, again, I wish we would have got a sequel. But at the same time, it's gonna be fun to play it on a, just a different way.
Right.
Especially with a Switch, I guess now's the time. If they're gonna port this another time, it's right now. But yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fun game. It's got a really good story too. It's a guy who wakes up with amnesia. You know, you see where it's going. He's got to find out what's going on. He's a doctor. He kidnaps somebody. I mean, you'll have to play it. It's a really good story.
It'll hold us over until all those new Switch games come out.
Yeah,
right?
even if you've played it before though, I've played it through it twice now, and it's a genuinely good story, and it's a lot of fun. Keeps your attention for sure. But yeah, also June 20th. I don't know how these games are going to compete with each other. Right. This is insane, but we'll see what happens.
Big day,
yeah.
June 20th. Well, that's it for this episode of Now Loading. What did you think of this week's releases? What are you waiting to play? Give us your thoughts in the comments below. Do it. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get more bang for your buck on our Patreon. While you're at it, head over to popnerdtv.store to get some sweet threads, because we got clothes on stuff on there now. I'm still waiting for a Now Loading hat. It's gonna come.
It's gonna happen.
Hopefully.
Sure.
Eventually.
Anyways, all right, guys. I'm Alex Thompson.
I'm Nate Townsend.
I'm Christian Mason.
And we'll see you next time.